Alrighty guys, welcome to Tauntaun's Tactics. This is the first video of the series and indeed the first video of the channel. I'm super excited to see how this goes and see if this is the sort of content people are going to be interested in watching. This series, what it's all about, we're going to be watching a video designed to be somewhat educational in nature regarding CQB tactics and skills. And then we're going to try and put that into this game, Door Kickers 2. It's a great little tactical, easy to use tactical shooter. Guys, it's fair to say that whether or not the mission in the game is successful or not doesn't necessarily represent the tactics themselves or the validity of those tactics. We're going to do the best we can, but it's just going to be interesting to see how it goes. The idea is that you guys can use these tactics on your own in-game, or perhaps from another angle. If you're already watching these other educators, then you might have a chance to sort of use this as a bit of a visual aid to maybe understand how they could work in different kind of scenarios. So, without further ado, the first video we're going to be watching is Enter and Clear a Room, Army Flashcards. Okay, so I've attached a link to this video in the description. Now is a good time to pause it, go watch that, get an idea of what that's all about, and then come back and we're going to try and use that in-game. So I'll let you do that now. Okay, now that we're back, Battle Drill 074 Delta 9509. Epic intro music, really old school animating, really basic, great way to sort of introduce you guys to some of the key terminology if you're not already familiar with it. We're going to use it as we go along and go from there. To sort of drag that all in as best as I can, I've created each of these sort of class setups to emulate those roles we had before. So we had a rifleman, team leader, grenadier, and support gunner. Now, just because this is a randomly generated map, these sort of drop-in locations are a little bit random. They probably don't work too well for us as far as trying to be realistic. They'd probably be outside this gate and we'd be going in. So when we start, what we're going to do is we're going to try and get these guys to focus perhaps as they would if they were maybe coming down from around here. So we're going to get these guys keeping an eye on here. Rifleman's probably going to be ready to go. We're going to try and get everyone into maybe a bit of a stack. This open window is a bit of a mess, but we're going to see how that works out. Get everybody in. I'm going to keep that gunner actually focused on this window. There's probably going to be guys up here. We're going to want to try and get in here as quickly as we can. I may even end up doing that a little bit sooner. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty, we're going to hold that. That gunner's hopefully going to take him on really quickly. If we can get a couple of shots off there. Yep. Did he take a hit? He took a hit. Alrighty. Like I said, guys, randomly generated maps is not going to work too well for us, but we'll see how we go. Alrighty, first rifleman's going to come straight in the door. As they showed, path of least resistance. Kick that door open, come in, clear this corner, and then open up into the rest of his sector. Because we do have other thresholds the moment we come in, we're not going to redirect back into the middle of the room because we have other stuff to focus on. Next up is going to be our team leader hiding in there. Again, path of least resistance, we're going to come across. He's going to clear that corner really quickly and then come back across. Grenadier, going to follow in the same line, clearing the center of the room, focusing on these doorways, and then our gunner is going to come in straight there, and again focus on that. Because this window's open, I may actually get the gunner to focus back out here depending on what happens. Let's see how we go. Alrighty, wow, busy. We did not finish that guy off out there. That's probably something that wouldn't happen real world. I highly doubt that would be the case. We're going to quickly deal with that and then get this gunner back in, but keep him focused on that window. We got bathroom opening up, that's dealt with, and we got a guy here not dealt with. That's okay. We're going to try and stack back up. Again, we're not going to get our team leader back to number 2 man because that's just not going to work out, but that's okay. Alrighty, let's bring everyone back into a stack. Oh, okay. These are red marks here. It's because we've got everyone lined up ready to go. These 3 dudes have a shot, but not because they don't have the shot because he's there. That's right, number 1 guy's taking care of that. Let's let's get him in. Nice and easy. Grenadier across and up a little bit. Focus there. Just real quick, check that door's still shut. Open up. I might actually get him to push forward a little bit. We're going to get our team leader actually down and in a little bit. And then our gunner there. So back to the team leader quickly. Check that doorway. Flick back up and then back to this doorway. Our gunner. Quick look up. These guys should all have that sorted. And then this doorway here. There we go. Okay, let's get our gunner. Kick that door open. And then have team leader quickly flow in. There. Right, we're good. So we're going to get Grenadier's going to end up taking point just because we've got obstructions there. Rifleman's going to come in behind him. Team leader's going to come in behind that, and then we're going to have the gunner following. Going to have the gunner kind of hold rear security just because we didn't get a chance to clear any of this courtyard. Alright, we got a stack forming again. That stayed closed. I'm inclined to go straight for this open threshold here first. Oh, and now it's opened. Okay, we're going to push up to this doorway as much as we can. I'm going to keep him focused on this. Let's get the stack moving with him. Okay. Do we want to worry about this first? Do we want to quickly clear this? I'm going to go with this one. We can come back for that. No, that's a dodgy move, but this looks more concerning. We're much more likely to have bad guys down in here. Okay, so let's just get him going along here. As soon as he comes around, clear that corner, straight back out. I'm going to use this. I'm assuming that's a fridge there as a little bit of cover just in case that doorway, in case there's a lot of guys hanging out in the kitchen. Could be lunchtime, never know. Alright, number 2 man's going to come straight in. We're actually going to open this up a little bit. Not so much that we're really in his way, particularly if we do that. But just so that like we can get some view down there. So, number 2 man comes in. Quick check of that corner. And back out and across. We're actually going to get him looking that way. Team leader. Not as far. Again. Don't actually like that. Don't like how far out that's gone. There we go. Alrighty, and gunner. Alright. There we go. Good thing we're focusing on that doorway and we've got cross coverage. We have team leader needing to reload. So we're going to make sure he takes a knee. We're going to try and get an angle with the gunner. Get him standing back up. Let's get these 2 guys focused on. He's taken a lot of damage there. Okay. Not ideal. What can you do? Let's just get him looking back out. I want him to have a quick glance out there actually. There we go. That looks clear. Nothing out there. Alright, let's get these guys back down here. Rifleman's pretty heavily injured. I don't like leading with the most injured guy, but I also don't want to lose any leadership capabilities of team leader. Kind of irrelevant in this, but the point remains. Let's get along this wall as best we can. I'm actually going to want him focusing primarily on this. Once he gets to about here, happy for him to transition to that, particularly as he goes a little bit further along. I mean, that's pieing quite a lot, but we've got this threshold to watch out for. So you can see here, if we were looking down here, we don't have much of an angle there, whereas we can at least get some focus going there. Then bring team leader in. Yeah, gonna get him focusing down there. Grenadier up. Pretty much the moment he comes through, I'm going to keep him focused on that. And then our gunner's actually going to flow into this corner, but focusing that way. Right, got a little messy. Always forget how these guys kind of stack up. Or sorry, flow through. It's never in the exact order that you draw it in. Okay, we're going to get gunner move along, take the position of our grenadier, while these guys flow in. We've cleared a lot of that actually, so I'm actually going to take this corner. It's more likely that we're going to have guys in there. And we're good. Okay. I want to keep him at the back because he's pretty bad shape. Let's get our grenadier up to that door. Let's get him back. I'm actually going to put the gunner in sort of the number 3 position as we go through. Alright, so we're going to want to flow into this room as best we can and then lock down this. So grenadier in, probably doesn't need to do too much. We're going to get our team leader to come through, literally just take this corner and get an angle on here for a little bit of extra security. Gunner is going to come straight across. Pretty much the moment he comes in, we want him focusing on this, so we're getting some support for our grenadier. And then our rifleman's just going to flow in to about there, but keep an eye on this doorway. Hopefully there's not a lot happening down in this corner, but we'll see. Yep, just one. That's cool. Alrighty. That worked out. Okay. Not too bad, guys. Again, these randomly generated maps make things a little bit interesting. What do we end with? We've got full health on the grenadier. He took no hits. We've got our rifleman. He's pretty heavily injured. Team leader's okay. And our gunner took a couple of hits there as well. I think that literally just happened then as he was running. Had his back here. If we look closely at what's going on here, we can see why. Team leader wasn't quite far enough to get any sort of effective cover happening. In fact, you can see in game he's kind of clipped through the wall there. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's video 1. We're going to try and do 3 videos per training video. So we're going to do 2 more of these. Again, I'm going to try and be releasing these once a day. Sort of grow the channel and see how we go. So if you're liking it, drop a like, leave a comment, feel free to subscribe. Thanks very much. I'll catch you on the next one.